Hey, it's Michael J, and I'm here to introduce to you the full-length video of a production of Edouard Bourdet's The Captive, which you may never have heard of, because really it's something that has not been produced that I know of since it originated on Broadway in 1926. It was actually a French play that was in Paris first, and then there was a Broadway production. And the important thing about this play is that it is the first serious depiction of lesbianism on the Broadway stage. And it would also be the last for a while. William Randolph Hearst, deciding that the play was evil fraught, decided that he needed to wage a campaign in his newspapers to ban the play and to get some legislature going that would ban homosexuality on the stage in the state of New York. And they didn't use that term. They used sex perversion, sex degeneracy, terms like that. So it was many years. It wasn't until the 1960s really where you started to get things like The Killing of Sister George or Boys in the Band showing up and starting to change things. And after The Captive, you really had peripheral characters or off-stage characters like in the Tennessee Williams plays, where you knew that the character was gay based on the inferences of the other characters, but it wasn't overtly depicted. This play, The Captive, the main character, the heroine of the story, is lesbian. That word is never used in the play. That word wasn't widely used at this point in the 20s. And so, although there were slang words to identify gay men, derogatory things like fairy, or queer or something, or fruit, stuff like that, there wasn't an equivalent for a woman. And there was even sort of this general idea that there was no such thing as homosexuality within women. But clearly, enough people knew better than this and lived a life that proves that there was a such thing as a homosexual woman, and that a play was written about it by Edouard Bourdet. I came to understand that this play existed through a documentary called Before Stonewall. And there was a little section in that documentary that described this play. I went, oh, how interesting. I'd love to see that, because at the time I saw that, I was on the board of directors for the Lambda Players, which was an LGBT theater company doing specifically plays where the protagonist was LGBT. But I loved history. I loved, digging stuff out of the past. I was reading a lot of history having to do with the emergence of gay culture, and so this really intrigued me. And I thought, how can I get my hands on a copy? Well, I couldn't for a while. However, I was going to graduate school at Sac State, and while I was hunting for other things, probably having to do with my thesis project, I thought, I'm just going to type in The Captive by Edouard Bourdet and see what comes up. Well, what came up was Edouard Bourdet's name and something called La Prisonnière, which was the French title of this play. And I said, well, I'm going to go look at it. And there was a hardback copy sitting on the shelf at Sac State. I was like, gold! Here it is. Like, there was the play. And it was the English translation. It must have been published at the time the show came out, as many plays were. It was a little thin hardback version, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've got it. And here I was, part of this Lambda Players, and I thought we could do this next season, and I was very excited. And in fact, I was so excited, I think I stayed up late into the night reading it, swallowing it whole, and went to our next meeting and said, look what I have, this very important play. Nobody's done it. I found out it was in the public domain. Now, since, I don't know when, in the 2000s, I'm not sure of the publication date, there was a volume of ancient gay plays like this that were published as a group in a volume called Forbidden Acts. And so if you got that book, you could now easily get a copy of it, rather than accidentally finding this old 1926 edition that's sitting on a library shelf someplace. So it's more available. So I imagine that people have found it and could put it on, and maybe they have, I don't know. At the time we did this show, I could find no news article, no mention of the play happening, except for the Broadway production and the Paris production in the 20s. And so ours was the only other production, anyway, that I could find out about. And this was it would be February of 1998. Here's the program, just a little thin photocopied program for our little humble production. But if you're interested in theater history, if you're interested in gay history, this is our production of the show. We videotaped it, and I've just digitalized it so I could share it with you. So here is the play in its entirety. Enjoy.
Irene! Irene! She's not there.
I told you that she wasn't in yet. It's only 6 o'clock, and that's much too early for her.
Yes, but she said she'd be back early tonight because of the dinner. She's supposed to help me arrange the flowers for the table.
Well, I wouldn't count on her for too much if I were you. Would you like me to help you?
No, I'd rather she did. If I did them without her, they won't look like anything.
Very well.
Isn't she tiresome, always being late like this? What am I to do about my dress?
What about it?
Well, I've got to know what dress to put on.
Surely you don't need your sister to decide that.
Well, you see, we're the only 2 women at dinner tonight, and we must arrange that our dresses don't clash.
Oh, yes, that's so.
Don't think! Has Irene told you what dress she's going to wear tonight?
No, Mademoiselle, she hasn't.
Oh, Lord. And I've no idea what to wear myself.
Well, wear your yellow dress. It's charming, and it's very becoming.
The yellow dress? Don't be silly.
Giselle, a little more respect for your governess, if you please.
Sorry, Mademoiselle. I respect you, dear. But when it comes to clothes, I must say that you don't know what you're talking about.
But what have you got against the yellow dress?
Much too formal. It's just a little political dinner. But Papa says the men won't dress. We'll only be 8 in all. Just a few antiques from the Foreign Office and a couple of senators. It'll be a regular wilderness of whiskers.
Giselle, if you please.
What's the matter?
If you're not a bit more careful in your language, you'll never get along in Rome, my dear. Please remember that you are to be very nearly an official personage there. The daughter of an ambassador is somebody, and every word of yours will be noticed and criticized, you may be sure.
Nonsense.
Is Irene here?
No, Papa, she's not in yet.
Naturally. Good evening, mademoiselle. Don't get up. Please see that I'm told the moment she gets in.
Yes, Papa. Oh, Papa!
Yes?
If it's about the dinner that you want to speak to Irene, perhaps you might tell me and
No, it's not about the dinner.
Oh.
Have her inform me as soon as she gets in, won't you? Even if I have someone with me in the study.
Yes, Papa. So, the storm's ready to break. Well, I felt it coming.
Is there something the matter between Irene and your father?
Why, they haven't said a word to each other for over a week. Good morning, good evening, that's all. Oh, it'll be jolly in Rome if things go on like this. At least here, Papa's away 3 days out of 4, but Rome will probably...
But what is the quarrel about, my dear?
That's a mystery. Do you remember a few days ago after luncheon, when Irene asked Papa if she could speak to him alone? In his study?
Yes, I remember.
It all began then. I've no idea what they said to each other. I tried to get it out of Irene, but couldn't. She told me not to worry about it and that everything would come out all right, and then she changed the subject. I thought it was no use insisting.
Do you think that your father was vexed with Irene for having refused that young man?
What young man?
The young man that your aunt introduced here. You know perfectly well.
Heavens, no. That's ancient history. It was over a month ago. No, that's been forgotten. Anyhow, that's the 3rd suitor that Irene's refused this year, so I suppose Papa's beginning to get used to it. No, this is something else.
Or perhaps your father has begun to notice that Irene leads a rather odd life for a young unmarried girl.
Oh, hello. Back to the old subject. It's a long time since you've complained about Irene's behavior.
I'm not complaining, my dear. In the first place, it's not my concern, or no longer my concern at any rate. Thank heavens. No, if I were still responsible for her upbringing, I might complain, and for good reason, but thank heavens I'm not.
Oh, come. Surely you don't expect that at 25, eventually the same existence as I do at 17.
Why not? The elder Robine girl is 24 and her sister 18, and yet they lead precisely the same lives. They go about only with their mother or with their companion.
I hope you're not trying to compare that pill Valentine Rubin with Irene.
They are girls of the same age and class as you.
Well, you know perfectly well that Irene isn't anything like them.
And why not, pray?
Well, do you know many girls as brilliant, as cultured, as attractive as Irene?
And what of it?
Well, surely you can't expect a girl like that to spend the rest of her life in a nursery with a kid sister and a wet nurse. She'd be bored to death.
I don't know if she would be bored to death, as you so tactfully put it. But I do know that it would be far better for her reputation than spending every minute away from home and alone, without ever telling anyone where she goes.
What do you mean where she goes? She goes to the studio to her teacher. She works on her paintings there.
Very well.
You don't believe that?
Yes, I believe it, my dear. I'm sure of it. Nevertheless, no life for a girl of good family, and you can't change my mind to that. And it's not the way to find a good husband.
Aye, there you are! What are you doing here, you two? Waiting for you. Know what time it is?
Oh, yes, I'm late. I couldn't find a taxi.
Tell me, what dress are you going to wear tonight?
What dress?
Giselle, don't forget your father's message to Irene.
Oh, yes. Papa says to notify him the minute you got in.
Oh,
He says to let him know even if there were people in with him.
very well.
Shall I tell him?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Well, it's getting late. It's after 6 o'clock, and I must go home.
Oh, just wait a minute. I'll be right back.
Well, Irene, how are you getting on with your painting? Are you satisfied?
What? Oh, yes, mademoiselle, thank you.
Then are you making headway?
Slowly, yes.
And it still interests you very much, does it?
Oh, yes, it still does. Papa says he'll come in here.
Very well.
Good night, Irene.
Good night, mademoiselle.
Till tomorrow, my dear.
I have an Italian lesson at 2, so will you come in about 3?
At about 3.
We can take a walk through the park if it's fine.
Well, that would be lovely, dear.
You haven't told me what dress you're going to wear yet.
Oh, I don't know yet, dear. Whichever you prefer, it doesn't matter to me.
Oh, then wear your black one. Do you mind? I'll wear my white. You know, the new one. To try it out.
All right. Tell me, dear, do you know why Father wants to see me?
No. I asked if it were about the dinner, but he said no. That's all I can tell you.
What mood is he in?
A little stern, but that means nothing. He's so often that way.
Giselle, would you mind leaving us, child? I wish to speak with Irene.
Yes, Papa.
I might begin, my dear, by saying that what we have to discuss is extremely serious. My attitude toward you from now on must depend upon it. Before making any decision, I wanted to give you ample time to think things over. Have you done so?
Yes, Father.
Well, then tell me what conclusion you've reached.
I have not changed my mind, Father,
Which means...
but I still ask you to let me stay here when you leave for Rome.
So, this past week has gone for nothing. You persist in asking me something which you know perfectly well is impossible.
I persist in asking it, but I cannot see that it's impossible.
Very well. You also persist in withholding the reason of your extraordinary
I have
request?
already given it to you, Father.
You told me you wished to remain in Paris because of your work, your painting.
Exactly.
Come, this is childish. If it were a question of your going to live on a desert island, your excuse might take on the semblance of truth. But it's a question of your living in Rome, in the heart of Italy, the very cradle of art. Why, only last year you didn't stop begging me to let you go there. And once you'd gone, I had the devil's own time getting you to come back. Of course, it's true that it was there you made the acquaintance of those people, those Dagines, who since then seem to have become the very center of your existence.
What's Monsieur and Madame de Jean to do with this?
Perhaps it's I who might ask you that. But I'll admit myself to saying that I deplore your constant association with them.
Why?
It is not a fit one for you.
But what have you against them?
If you don't mind, let's put aside the subject of the Dalgines. Let's get back to Rome, where you'll be in an excellent position to keep on with your painting.
When one starts with a certain teacher, it isn't wise to change. Mine was not in Rome, he was here.
Do you work a great deal with your teacher?
Of course.
Every day, I suppose.
Practically, yes.
That's not true.
What?
I've been to see your teacher.
Been to see him?
Today, I wanted to satisfy myself. I went to ask him if you were pleased with this pupil. I left his studio fully aware of the real place that painting occupies in your life.
What did he tell you?
That he'd not seen you in his studio for a month.
I've been making a copy of Louvre.
Really? Well, in that case, my child, you have cause to be very pleased. For in Rome you'll find galleries where you'll be able to copy some of the most beautiful pictures in the world.
Why are you so insistent that I come with you?
Because the place of a young unmarried woman is with her family. And because until you are married, your family is your father. Even if at times you appear to forget it.
If a daughter's place is with her father, why did you never think of having us join you in Brussels?
I've already told you it was because of my quarters there.
Only because of that, I suppose?
Which of us two owes explanations to the other? You or I? Let that be enough. You are free to think of me as you wish. It makes no difference. But I am your father, and I intend to exact obedience from you. I had thought that you were a serious-minded girl, well able to conduct yourself properly. I have treated you accordingly. I was mistaken. I shall treat you in the future as you deserve. I shall leave for Rome as soon as my successor arrives here, which will be early next month. You and your sister will leave with me.
I shall not leave.
You shall leave! You'll go or be forced to go.
As to that...
Take care, Irene. You should know me well enough to realize that when I've made up my mind to something, it's dangerous to oppose me. I've broken stronger wills than yours in my career.
And you should know me, Father. I'm your daughter, and in that respect, we are alike.
Enough! I'll not tolerate your threats!
They're not threats! That I'm 25, I'm no longer a child, and you must realize that I wouldn't have come to you the other day as I did if I had not also made up my mind.
Where do you intend to live?
Why, here.
Oh, no, not here. I'm very sorry, but I've decided to sublet the apartment. It costs a great deal, and I'll have no reason for holding on to it after leaving Paris.
Oh.
That being the case, may I ask where you intend to go?
To a hotel, I suppose.
And how will you support yourself? With what money? Not with mine. You'll not have a penny from me.
But, Father...
Not a penny, let that be clear. As long as I live. And I might inform you, at the risk of disappointing you, the present state of my health gives no cause for alarm. I thought there's a new side to the question, eh?
If you think you can force your will on me in such a way as that...
If that way fails, there are others.
What others?
Not only you'll never have a penny of mine, but so far as I'm concerned, you'll no longer exist. I shall never see you again. I realize that's probably the least of your worries. Your affection for me will readily bear that separation. But what may cause you more concern is to learn that I shall never again let you see your sister. Never.
You do that?
Most assuredly.
It's wicked of you.
Wicked or not, my plain duty is to guard her against you. I shall do so, believe me.
Guard her against me? Do you know what you're saying, Father? What would become of the poor child without me? Who'd take care of her? I'm all she has in the world.
Really? I don't count, I suppose.
You? Oh, but Father...
I what? Come, finish your thought. She doesn't love me, is that it? She doesn't love me any more than you do.
And you, Father, do you love us? Have you given us a moment's concern, a moment's bother? I may as well say it since we're on the subject. What's our childhood been? Not a happy one. Always alone, with servants. If Giselle hadn't had me and I her, there'd be little enough affection in our lives since Mother's death.
You're beginning that over again, eh?
No, Father. It's finished. And you've done what you wanted to do, but it isn't for us to attempt to judge you. But if after having accustomed us to being everything to each other for 15 years, you think to separate us, you're mistaken. That's all.
If that's the case, tell me. Since you consider yourself so necessary to your sister, how can you consider remaining here while she's in Rome? Eh? Tell me that.
Why shouldn't she also stay here?
With you, in your care. Are you quite mad? You don't really believe I could trust that child to you? To you! That's superb!
What do you mean?
I mean that your sister is a sweet, innocent girl. I propose that she shall remain so. Now you have it.
Father?
I'm sorry, but I must say what I think. What your behavior compels me to think. If I'm wrong, you need only justify yourself.
There is no need for me to justify myself.
God in heaven! The reason you had for wishing to remain here were the kind that a daughter might tell her father. You'd have let me hear it long ago.
I've already told you it was my painting.
I thought you were more intelligent than this. As things stand now, I'd tell the truth if I were you. It would be better. I take for granted that since you don't want to come to Rome, there is someone who holds you here. That's what I think. Listen, Irene, I'm determined to throw full light on this matter. Do you understand? By keeping up this silence, you only force me to take unpleasant steps, which you can still prevent.
What steps?
Never mind. But I promise you I'll get at the truth. I'll insist upon it in a place where I know I can find it, and will there be no evading it.
Where?
From those whom I must suppose are acquainted with the intimate facts of your life. Your devoted friends, the D'Argines.
That's an act, Father.
I think not.
But whatever gave you the idea of asking the D'Argines about such a thing?
You seem curiously disturbed that I should take this step.
Not at all. It's a matter of complete indifference to me.
Really? Why then were you so agitated by my mention of the name D'Argines?
I wasn't agitated.
You were. Besides, it's very simple. We'll settle this right away.
What are you going to do?
Ask Monsieur D'Argines to come here and have a talk with me immediately.
You won't do that, Father.
You'll see.
Even if I tell you that it will be useless, you will learn nothing.
Boss, you're already beginning to admit things. Listen to me. If within 2 minutes you have not spoken the name I wish to hear, I shall ask D'Argines for it whether you wish me to or not.
Father, I beg you not to do this.
Then tell me, on whose account do you wish to remain in Paris? Will you tell me yes or no?
Father.
All right, I'm through.
Father, no, Father.
Well?
It's on account of Jacques.
Jacques? Jacques who? Jacques Furor?
Yes.
It's on account of Jacques you wish to remain in Paris.
Well, yes.
Upon my soul. What's going on between you two?
We have been fond of each other for quite some time, and we had thought, at least I had thought, that I might marry him. That's all.
You're telling me everything.
Yes.
So you and Jacques want to get married?
I said that I wanted to, that is, I'd like to.
And he?
I don't know.
Do you mean to say he hasn't spoken of his intentions?
No,
And how do things stand?
he hasn't spoken yet.
And as I understand it, you love him. If you were to propose, you'd be inclined to say yes. Is that it?
Yes,
And it's with this open mind you prefer remaining in Paris.
yes.
For heaven's sake, my child, why haven't you simply said so instead of keeping up this air of mystery?
It wasn't my secret alone.
Why isn't betraying a secret of that kind to tell it to one's father? Besides, you must have known perfectly well. There's nothing about your idea that displeases me. Jacques' a distant relative of ours on his mother's side. You've known each other since you were children. He goes with the same sort of people we do. He's a fine boy, and I'm very fond of him. To make matters complete, his electoral concession in Morocco assures him of a good income. There's no possible reason for my opposing your wish.
I didn't want to tell you about something which may exist only in my imagination.
Why not? Where's the harm?
Well, it's not exactly pleasant having to confess oneself mistaken about that sort of thing. You must understand.
We must learn to pocket our pride at times. Instead of being afraid of me, you should have looked upon me as your natural guide and advisor. I realize you can't ask the young man to reveal the state of his feelings. It wouldn't be quite the thing. But I can do it quite easily without your pride being hurt in any way.
But Father, that's impossible.
It's so far from impossible, my dear, that I'll prove it by taking up the matter of Jacques tomorrow.
You don't really mean to.
Don't worry, I'll leave you out of it. I won't even refer to our conversation.
But Father...
I'll simply tell him that for some time past, a number of things have led me to believe that you were developing a deep affection for someone. And I've watched you closely and come to understand, without your saying a word, that your feelings concerned him. I'll then say that as I'm about to be gone from Paris for quite some time, I'd like to know if he has anything to say to me. Just that.
Father, I beg you to do nothing of the sort.
I'm sorry for opposing your wishes, my dear. But under the circumstances, I'm a better judge of what should be done than you. Someday you'll thank me for it.
Father, please.
Don't be afraid. I'll talk with him as man to man in the friendliest possible way. Whatever his sentiments may be, you won't be able to take any exception to what is said.
For the last time, Father, I beg you not to do this.
That's enough, my child. My mind is made up and I shan't change it. Let's leave it at that for this evening if you don't mind. It's already 6:30, and I must run around to the Foreign Office before dinner. By the by, will you put Dardenne at your right and Cuvier at your left? Dinner's at 8:15.
Elysée 2451, please. Hello, Elysée 2451. May I speak to Monsieur Jacques Peru? Oh, Jacques, it's you. I didn't recognize your voice. Oh, do you mind? I'm glad. Listen, Jacques, is there any way of my seeing you? Well, yes, if you wish, but couldn't it be possible right away? Well, could you come here? Oh, thanks so much. Yes, I'll expect you. What? Oh, I'll tell you. I can't over the telephone. Goodbye.
May I come in?
Oh, certainly, dear. Dressed so soon.
But it's fairly late, and we haven't arranged the flowers for the table yet.
Oh, please do without me, dear. I simply won't have the time.
All right. It'll be too awful. But what's the difference?
Oh, they won't. Don't be silly, dear. Ring for Josephine, dear. Do you mind?
Okay.
Dress.
Iran!
What, darling? Did you ring, mademoiselle?
No, Iran.
My crepe de jean gown, Josephine. Yes, mademoiselle.
But you said it for your black one!
Oh, I did? My black dress, Josephine. Yes, mademoiselle.
Iran!
You wanted to ask me something.
Oh, yes. I overheard something that Papa said while I was in my room. Just a few words, really, but I'm dying to know what it meant.
You heard something Papa said?
Well, not deliberately. I really wasn't listening at the keyhole. For a moment, he spoke so loudly that I couldn't help but hearing.
What did you hear?
He said, "You'll go or you'll be forced to go." Surely it wasn't Rome he was speaking of.
Yes.
What? You're not going to Rome?
Oh, I don't know yet, dear. Don't bother your head about it.
Oh, surely you're not going to let me go alone with Papa, are you?
I may have to. Oh, but you'll have a marvelous time in Rome. You've no idea how beautiful it is. You meet some delightful people. They'll throw you any number of parties. Just think, you'll be the only woman in the embassy. You'll have the time of your life.
Without you?
Yes, dear. Even without me.
How can I if you're not there?
Dear.
If you're going to desert me, then will you...
Would you rather stay here with me?
Oh, yes, much.
But wouldn't you be sorry not to go to Rome?
Well, I'd like to have gone to Rome if you had gone. But without you, no, I'd much prefer to remain here.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Well, would you like me to persuade Father to leave you here too? It might be difficult, but if it worked well, he might consent.
Yes, please do.
All right, then, let me try. But you promise you won't say a word of this to anyone, not even Mademoiselle Marchand, will you?
Not to worry.
Mademoiselle.
Oh, dear. Oh, Iran! You didn't say a thing about my new frock.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think it's a dream, dear.
Don't you think the skirt rather long?
No, I think it's all right that way.
There. Isn't this much better? Look.
Perhaps, but it was really all right before.
Oh, you make me sick. Can't you give a poor woman a little friendly advice?
Well, no, it is a little too short for you. It doesn't look quite modest.
Really? But you barely raised it 2 inches.
You've got plenty of time ahead of you to show your legs.
Sure. What if they begin wearing long skirts again next season? Then where am I?
There's something in that.
Suppose I raise it 1 inch. Are you still horrified?
No, go ahead, shorten it 1 inch.
You heard, Josephine. 1 inch.
Yes, mademoiselle.
I'll pin it up for you in the morning. It can stay like this for tonight. Who cares about tonight anyhow? Whiskers.
Josephine? Yes? Monsieur Jacques will be calling to see me. As soon as he arrives, show him in here. Do you understand? Yes, mademoiselle.
Jacques coming? say, Ren. Is Jacques coming?
Yes, I'm expecting him.
Oh, what fun! Good dear old thing. I will be glad to see him. But he isn't coming for dinner, is he?
No. I asked him to come see me for a minute because I have something to tell him. Incidentally, Giselle, be an angel and leave me alone with him after you've said hello.
Right out.
Thanks, darling. You're really a dear. You never ask questions and you never ask me to explain a thing.
I just try not to meddle in what isn't my business, that's all.
Yes, but there's scarce people who can do that. Oh, hello, Jacques.
How are you, Irene? Well, baby sister.
Hello, Jacques.
Lord, what a beauty. Oh, I'm bowled over. And to think I once bounced this on my knee, I wouldn't dare try it now.
Well, I should hope not.
But see here, you didn't tell me this was a state occasion.
State occasion?
No gowns.
Oh, don't be startled. Father's having a few guests to dinner this evening.
Oh, I see. Well, what's going on?
Before he starts in, say goodbye to me.
Are you leaving us?
I'm,
Oh, farewell, beauteous one.
Jacques, when are you going to have that tea party for Ren and me?
We'll arrange it. I promise.
The last time you were here, you promised us a sumptuous tea with caviar sandwiches, but that's as far as it ever got.
You've only to name your day, my dear.
Oh, well, don't forget, I'm counting on you. I just love caviar.
Well?
Oh, thanks for having come, Jacques.
Please. I'm very curious. What's happened?
First, you must promise me that you won't say a word of this to anyone.
Is it as serious as that?
Yes. You'll promise me that, won't you, Jacques?
Why, certainly.
You've heard that Father's just been appointed to the post in Rome.
Yes.
He's decided Giselle and I are to go there with him.
Well, naturally.
It's not so natural. Until now, whenever he's occupied a foreign post, he's left us here. Why does he want to take us to Rome this time? I can't help but think he's been advised to do it.
By whom?
Foreign Office, probably. It seems they're rather strict in Rome. Perhaps at the Foreign Office they felt it would go well for him to have his daughters with him.
Oh, really?
I can't be certain that's the reason, but it seems likely. And that doesn't matter. The main point now is that he's decided we're to go with him. Only I've decided to remain in Paris.
Why?
I told him it was because of my paintings that I might continue to work with my teacher.
Oh, wasn't that true?
You know. Besides, today Father saw my teacher who told him I hadn't been to the studio for a month.
I see.
He realized I had another reason for staying. We had a very trying scene just now. He was certain my desire to go was due to someone who held me in Paris, and he insisted on knowing who it was.
And then?
He tormented me with questions which I couldn't answer. Threatened to take steps which I couldn't let him take. I was nearly crazy, and then a name came to my lips, almost despite myself. The name of the only friend I knew I could count on, the only being I could confide in. Yours.
Mine?
Yes.
You gave him mine?
Yes.
Then your father believes it's on my account you wish to remain in Paris.
Yes.
Well, that's what you've done.
Yes.
What can your father think?
Nothing. I told him that by leaving me here, that if by not taking me away from where you are, a plan which so far I was alone in forming might become a reality.
What plan?
That of our getting married.
You led him to believe that?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I know. I know everything you're thinking.
Wouldn't it have been better to tell him the truth? I don't know, but whatever it is, it's certainly better than this lie.
If I had told the truth, no one would have understood it.
Why? Tell me.
It doesn't matter.
Can't you at least tell me?
No.
I see. Well, I must confess, it's pretty hard for me to understand how you could have disposed of me like this in such a serious situation without even consulting.
Did I have time to consult you? I was frantic. Every argument I used was turned against me. I saw only one thing. That Father had to be reassured about me at any cost so that he'd look no further. That was my one anxiety.
And were you so certain that my name would be enough to reassure him?
Yes.
You might have realized, Irene, that you should have used some other name, any other name.
What choice had I? Do you think I have a single friend beside yourself of whom I could ask such a thing?
Didn't it occur to you that perhaps I was the last person of whom you could ask such a thing?
I thought you were fond of me.
You didn't remember that I had also loved you?
Oh, Jacques, that's all in the past.
Certainly it's not so far in the past that you've forgotten it, is it?
I didn't think about it.
Well, you might have understood that a girl doesn't ask a man to take part in a pretended engagement when he had hoped for the real thing. A man who up until a year ago had every reason to believe his hope would be
I
realized.
didn't tell him that you wanted to marry me. I said merely that I wanted to marry, but that I was unaware of your intention.
And your father believed that this desire came to you like that, with nothing on my part to encourage it? Oh, come, Irene. Your father's fully aware of your pride. He can't help but think I'm on the verge of telling him I want to marry you.
I swear to you, I said nothing which might lead him to suppose. So anyhow, you'll see that for yourself. He wants to speak to you.
Wants to speak to you?
I did my best to prevent it, but he wouldn't listen. He said he'd see you tomorrow.
Yes.
You'll see by what he says that I haven't disposed of you, as you say. In a moment of distress, I turned to you as the one human being who could possibly help me. If you don't want to, there's nothing to compel it. When Father questions you, you've only to act as though this were all news to you and surprises you. Say that it's some mistake, that there's been some misunderstanding for which you're terribly sorry, but which you did nothing to cause. And that will be all. You may rest assured that's the last you'll hear of it.
And then, what will you do?
Oh, that's Jacques.
Oh, that's none of my business, is that it?
What can it matter to you?
Tell me, before turning to me to help you, didn't it occur to you that I might not be free, that there might be someone else in my life?
I know that there is someone else in my life.
You know it.
Yes, of course.
Well, since you know it, how could you ask me to do this for you?
Am I asking you to change your mode of existence in any way?
What are you asking me? To pose as your fiancé? Isn't
Not
that
at
it?
all. It's simply...
Only insofar as your father is concerned.
But not even so far as my father is concerned. All I ask is that you suggest to him that by taking me away from Paris, he might lessen the possibility of a marriage between us someday, that's all.
So you want to take advantage of the confidence your father has in me, to hide something behind it. I'm not sure what, but something you can't confess to anyone. It amounts to that, doesn't it?
I simply need a few days until Father leaves. Afterwards...
What afterwards?
Afterwards I'll manage somehow. I'll find some way of remaining here. I'll give you back your liberty, I promise you.
But why must you remain here at any cost? Mayn't I know?
I don't wish to leave Paris, that's all I can say.
Come on, let's have the truth. You don't want to leave someone who's in Paris, that's it, isn't it? Eh? So that's what you've come to. You, whom I've always admired so much, who I always thought incapable of anything low or cheap, and here you are, mixed up in the cheapest of all things, a lie.
If I lie, it's because I'm driven to it.
By whom?
By everyone. There's no other course open to me.
That course isn't worth much, Irene. It won't lead you far, believe me. Above all, it's unworthy of you. You're too fine for that.
No, I'm not too fine for that. You've always cherished illusions about me, Jacques. How often I've asked you not to place me on a pedestal. Don't you remember? Why have you always persisted in thinking me different?
Probably because I loved you.
Oh, that's not my fault.
And then, no, it's not true. You were different. But you changed somehow. Or rather, they changed you.
They? Who?
No doubt the people you've been with such a lot this past year. In deserting your old friends for them, it doesn't seem to me that you have profited by the change.
These people, as you call them, do you know them?
Not at all.
Well then. Think what you wish of them, but don't tell me about it. Do you mind?
Since they mean so much to you, why didn't you turn to one of them for the help you need? It seems to me that would be far more natural. Especially since I'm not the man for this sort of game.
Jacques.
You must have some real friends among them. One, surely. Well, ask him.
I have only one real friend. You. At least I thought you were my friend.
It's just because I am your friend, I haven't the right to do what you ask.
Why?
Because it's unpleasant, dangerous, and above all, useless. No good can come of a lie like that, Irene. It's doomed in advance.
If you were really my friend, you'd let yourself be guided by your heart instead of by the rules of middle-class morality.
What does that mean?
We being prompted by the rules of that morality last year when you asked me to be your mistress? You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Highly moral, that?
Yes. Yes. Because if you had belonged to me, you'd have ended up by loving me and marrying me. I'd have overcome your unwillingness to give up your liberty. It would have been a step toward the only solution of any girl's life, marriage.
So it was to convert me to marriage that you wanted me to give myself to?
Yes.
Really? I thought it was merely because you wanted me.
Of course I wanted you. I wanted you with all my heart. Thought of your body against mine stirred my blood. As it does now, you must know.
Jacques!
I'm beginning to think I'll never get over my love for you. However, that's neither here nor there and doesn't interest you. What I want to tell you is that it's always you of whom I think. Even before myself, you hear? Even now. So that you won't doubt it, I'll say this. Swear to me that this affair of yours, about which I don't ask to know anything, will eventually lead to a marriage worthy of you. Swear to that and I'll do whatever you want me to do. Can you swear it?
I won't swear to anything!
Very well, then I refuse. Think what you like about me, that I'm heartless and I don't love you. I don't care, I refuse. And if my refusal makes you give up this affair a bit sooner than you expected, it will be better for all around, you may be sure.
You should know me well enough, Jacques, to know that I'll do what I've decided to do, even if doing so shatters everything.
You're going crazy.
No, but I will if I'm forced to leave!
Irene!
Jacques, Papa says not to go. He wants to speak to you.
How did he know Jacques was here?
Well, I told him. He just got in. He took one look at the table and said that it looked like nothing at all, and that I should come up here and fetch you, and I said that you were Jacques. Shouldn't I have said that?
No, that's all right, dear.
He says to wait because he wants to see you, that's all. Did I put my foot in it?
Oh, no, Giselle, it doesn't matter.
Well, I couldn't know. You should have warned me.
What are you doing? You're going out?
I'm leaving here.
Where are you going?
That's my business. I'm going, that's all.
Irene!
Let me go!
Why do you want to leave?
Put an end to all this.
You're not in your right senses now.
Let me pass.
What shall I say to your father?
Whatever you like. I don't care. Let me pass.
No!
You've no right to stop me from doing what I want.
I've a right to stop you from doing something rash.
I've had enough. Enough! I'm 25, free to do as I like, without accounting to anyone. Let me pass, Jacques.
Irene, calm yourself. I beg of you.
Do you know what my life will be here after Father has spoken to you? No. No, I'll not be questioned anymore. I can't stand this being baited by the world. I want to go away.
Irene.
After all, what difference does it make to you if I go?
What difference does it make to me?
Yes. Is it any business of yours?
You're quite right. Very well, go. Well, why don't you go? What's to stop you from going to him now? Irene.
Yes?
Stay here.
What?
Stay here, I say.
I don't understand.
Yes, you do. You understand perfectly. Take off your wrap. If your father sees it, he's the one who won't understand.
But explain what you...
Do as I say.
Good evening, Jacques.
Good evening, Uncle.
I hope you didn't mind waiting.
Oh, not at all.
I was going to drop you a line asking you to come in to see me tomorrow. So when I heard you were here with your Ren, I thought I'd save you the trouble. I wanted to have a chat with you. So we go along to my study. I won't keep you long. Go ahead, I'll join you. You've already spoken to him, haven't you?
What do you mean?
Well, if he knows, tell me. It'll save a lot of useless talk.
Yes.
Well, what's his answer?
He'll tell you himself.
Good.
monsieur?
I'm expecting Madame Léon. I think it's probably she.
It's not Madame Léon, it's Mademoiselle de Montcel.
Mademoiselle de Montcel.
Yes, monsieur.
Have you shown her into the salon?
Yes.
Very well. Oh, when Madame Léon comes, tell her I telephoned. It'll be a bit late. Say, I do hope she'll forgive me, and ask if she'd mind returning at 4, if that's convenient. Yes, at 4.
Very good.
Thank you. Do come in. Oh, why, well, when my house lady said it was Mademoiselle de Montcel, I thought...
That it was Irene.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Jacques.
Oh, not at all. Why?
Well, you must be terribly disappointed.
Oh, not at all, my dear. I'm delighted to see you. A bit surprised, but delighted.
And you're surprised because you think that a girl of my age shouldn't come alone to a man's apartment. Is that it? Well, I didn't come alone. Mademoiselle Michon was waiting for me downstairs in the car.
There's no need to explain. Do sit down.
Oh, I've just one thing to tell you.
Sit down anyway.
At first I thought I'd call to see when I could come, but the phone's in Irene's room and I didn't want her to hear.
I see.
So instead I decided to come early, hoping to find you in. Jacques, perhaps you're going to think that what I'm doing here is a bit ridiculous and perhaps even uncalled for, but I don't care. I've come to tell you that Irene is very unhappy.
Irene?
Yes. You can believe me. I wouldn't tell you unless I were sure. For some time now, she's been acting in a rather strange, nervous way. Several times it seems to me that her eyes are rather red. Mademoiselle Michon has also noticed it. And the other day when I went into her room to phone, thinking she'd gone out, although she turned away, I saw she was crying. For Irene to cry means that something is really wrong. I can't bear seeing her wretched. Anything rather than that. I thought it over and decided that you didn't know anything and that you should. That's why I've come. So, Jacques, that's all. Are you annoyed with me for telling you this?
Oh, I'm not annoyed with you at all, my dear, but, well, I must confess, I don't quite understand why you thought you ought to tell me about it.
What?
Well, I'm very fond of Irene, but I don't...
Oh, Jacques. Papa told me before he left.
What did he tell you?
Don't worry, but he swore me to secrecy. You can be sure that I won't tell a soul. Besides, I realize that you both don't agree just now, and that you want to think things over before you commit yourselves just definitely. I know all that. Are you cross that Papa told me?
No, it doesn't matter.
You see, it would have been difficult for him not to say something. It had been arranged that we were to go to Rome with him, but then all of a sudden plans were changed, and we are to remain here in Paris with Mademoiselle Michon at home as chaperone. And so you see, he probably felt obliged to give me some explanation. But he didn't realize that I had already guessed everything.
What had you guessed?
Everything. After all, it was so brilliant of me. I knew that Irene wanted to stay in Paris, and I knew that Papa wouldn't hear of it. And then on top of that, you come to see Irene, you have a talk with Papa, and that same evening he announces that Irene is to remain here in Paris and I'm to stay with her. Well, I didn't have to be so awfully bright to have understood what all that meant. And Jacques, I'm so happy when I did understood. I can't begin to tell you. I'm just positive that you two are just made for one another. Don't you think so too?
Of course, my dear.
So now you understand why I've come.
I understand.
Was it wrong of me to come?
Oh, no.
And it's true that you had noticed nothing, isn't it?
Nothing.
I was sure of it. I said to Mademoiselle Michon that if Jacques has Papa to leave Irene in Paris, it's because he loves her. And if he loves her, why, he can't want her to be miserable, or he hasn't noticed anything. And naturally, if no one does anything at all, it might go on forever. And it mustn't go on forever. Must it, Jacques?
No, it mustn't, my dear Giselle. Only don't you see...
Don't tell me. I don't want to know anything. I've told you all that I wanted to say. The rest is your affair. But I do ask one thing. Never let Irene know that I was here. Oh, she'd never forgive me for it. Promise?
I promise.
Thank you.
Oh, don't go just yet. Do you mind? Do you trust me, Giselle?
Well, Jack, of course.
Enough to believe me without asking for explanations?
Yes. Well, what is it?
Well, you think, and it's natural enough that you should, that I could prevent Irene's being unhappy if I wanted to, don't you?
Yes.
You're mistaken.
What?
I can do nothing for her.
You.
So little.
You.
I.
Then it's not because of you that she's unhappy.
Oh, no.
No?
If it were because of me, believe me, she'd not be unhappy long. No, of course I can try to for her. It may accomplish nothing, but I can try. And for that, I need you.
Me?
Yes, I need some information that only you can provide. If I knew of anyone else to turn to, I would. But if you think my questions are indiscreet or prompted by anything other than my desire to see her unhappy, you needn't answer them.
What do you want to know?
I'd like to know something about the life she leads, the people she sees.
The people she sees. Why, you mostly.
Me?
Yes.
When does she see me?
I don't know. Don't you two have tea together?
Did she tell you that?
Well, I understood that. I could have been mistaken.
And besides myself, whom does she see?
Well, you know, Eva doesn't tell me a great deal about what she does.
When she goes out, doesn't she ever tell you where she's going?
She goes to the studio every day after lunch.
Ah, yes. At night, does she ever go out?
Oh, almost never. She's been to the theater or a concert once or twice, but that's all.
Alone?
No, with Monsieur and Madame d'Argine.
Ah. She met them in Italy, didn't she?
Yes. Florence last year.
Have you ever met them?
I? Never.
Why?
Well, I don't know them.
How is it that you've never met them if Irene is so intimate with them?
Well, that's no reason. She's never suggested my meeting them, and I've never asked to.
Why? Don't you like them?
Oh, I don't know them.
Does she never speak to you about them?
No, not at all.
And you've never had curiosity enough to ask her questions about them?
Oh, I never ask you in questions. When she says something to me about someone or something, well and good, but when she doesn't, and that's all.
So you know nothing about the Dargines?
I know nothing. I know that she is Polish or Austrian. I don't remember.
But you know nothing of him.
Nothing.
You don't know whether he has any business, what he does.
Nothing.
You don't know either, then, well, what he's like.
Of his look.
Yes.
He's tall, clean-shaven, rather smart.
Then you've seen him?
Yes.
Where have you seen him?
Well, at home one evening when he was bringing Irene home and I had been coming in at the same time. Why?
Oh, I went to school with a chap by the name of Dargine. I was wondering if it were the same.
I don't think so. He's quite a bit older than you.
Really? Well, it doesn't matter. He's probably a cousin. There are several branches of the family. Is that the only time you've ever seen him?
Yes. I did hear his voice on the phone one evening when he called up and he rented us.
Does he ever come to see her?
At home? No, never.
Well, do you know where they live?
Avenue Victor Hugo. But I don't remember the number. They're in the phone.
Oh, good.
The Dargines interest you as much as that?
Oh, they interest me because they're friends of Irene, that's all.
Is that all that you wanted to ask me?
Yes, my dear. You haven't told me much I didn't already know, as a matter of fact. But our talk hasn't been without value. And it's understood Irene must never know about it.
I promise you that.
I know I can trust you.
Jacques, before I go, I should like to ask you a question.
Certainly.
Can't you tell me what you're going to do to help Irene?
No, my dear. Besides, my plan has so little chance of success.
Well, you wouldn't attempt it if you didn't think it might succeed.
Well, let's just say the possibilities are 1 in 10.
Well, if it does succeed, would it mean that you get married? Well, tell me.
No.
And don't you love her?
Do you believe so?
Oh, come. I've known Fred for so long. Ever since that summer that you spent at Montell.
That's not enough, you see.
You mean that she doesn't love you?
Yes, just that.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
What a pity. Goodbye, Jacques.
Goodbye, dear child. Get your wrappings. Hello? Pass the 8342, please. Hello? Is this Monsieur Dargine's house? Is Monsieur Dargine at home? Oh, well, can you give me his office address? Where again? Ah, thank you. Oh, can you tell me until what time he'll be in? Ah, thank you.
bring, monsieur?
Yes. Jump into a taxi and deliver this letter to this address. It's a bank. If the gentleman is in, deliver the letter and wait for an answer. If he isn't, bring me back the letter and inquire as to whether he can be found there tomorrow morning. It isn't necessary to leave my name.
Very good.
You quite understand?
Yes, monsieur.
See who's at the door.
If it's Madame Maillon, monsieur, what shall I tell her?
It is Madame Léon. Show her in.
Very good. Well, I thought you were going to leave me planted on the doorstep. You really must tell Georgette to answer the door more quickly. One always runs into someone on stairways.
I love your plural. Nothing. It wasn't Georgette's fault. It was mine. I was giving her an order.
That only makes it worse. Hello, dear.
Hello, Francoise.
Well, really?
You hardly give me a chance to open my mouth.
Well, you're not in a very pleasant mood today.
I? Of course I am.
Why didn't you come to the Van Garten's party last night?
I couldn't get there.
I waited until 12:30 for you to come, and I had a beastly headache. At least you might have let me know.
I told you it wasn't likely I'd be there.
I know, but I begged you so hard to at least try to call for me. I thought surely you'd make a special effort. Apparently, the day has passed for me to ask that sort of thing.
I'm so sorry, Francoise.
What were you doing that was so entertaining, if I'm not being indiscreet?
I was dining at my brother's house. It was very late when I left.
Well, couldn't you have told them you were due at a party?
He'd just come back to town. I hadn't seen him for 2 months.
Evidently, that's more amusing than coming to fetch me.
Frankly, yes. You know how I hate those sort of parties.
You hate everything I like.
Oh, now, that's not true, my dear.
You do. It's always like that, and I'm beginning to get used to it. Only it's possible you made a mistake by not coming last night.
Really?
Oh, I say that, but really everything's of so little interest to you now.
What's of so little interest to me?
Well, that someone might have paid me very marked attention.
Oh, someone paid you very marked attention.
You know well enough that when a woman has been seen frequently with the same man and then is suddenly noticed arriving and leaving alone, other men begin to take a new interest in her. Besides, last night I had on a very becoming gown.
Oh, which one?
You haven't seen it. I had hesitated before ordering it because of you. Imagine that. I thought you might find it rather décolleté, but I'm glad I took it now. It was a terrific success.
I'm so glad, darling.
I knew it was a success the moment I arrived by the way the women looked at it.
Not by the way the men looked at it.
Well, yes, but a bit later. Women notice that sort of thing more quickly.
Ah.
Then, too, I think I was in great form last night.
Oh, really? In spite of the headache?
In spite of the headache. At least I was told so any number of times.
Oh, by whom, for instance?
What do you care?
I assure you I'm very interested. You don't doubt that, I hope.
Well, several of the men who were there. Your friend Moray, by the way, didn't leave my side all evening.
Oh, I thought he was in America.
Well, he's come back. Come back. What's more, amorous devil, he insisted on seeing me to my door. And he was about to suggest coming up with me.
Oh, not really.
I think, in fact, between ourselves, that he did suggest it.
Huh? Good old Moray. So you were saying that...
Please, that's enough, isn't it? Let's speak of something else.
Well, as you please.
Listen, Jacques. When I came, I had no idea of making a scene, but it really begins to look as if you were trying to exasperate me. I've stood for a great deal for some time, but this is too much.
All right. Let's have it.
I understand well enough that you don't love me anymore. That's quite within your rights. But that being the case, why not say it? We've never sworn eternal fidelity, have we? Be frank about it for once. It would be so much nicer.
But nothing has changed, Francoise.
You think not, do you? Well, let me tell you that if you had never shown me more ardor than you have today, I never would have been to you what I have. Huh? No, I realize now that I gave in much too quickly. You would have loved me more if I'd made you want me longer. I liked you and let you see that I did, so much the worse for me. At least in the beginning I could entertain some illusions about our love, but now...
I assure you, Francoise, my feelings for you haven't changed in the least.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Let's think of something else.
No, not until you've told me what you mean.
Let's pretend I didn't say anything.
No. You can't get out of it like that. You can't just insult a person and...
How have I insulted you?
Well, if you don't think it's insulting to tell a woman who has been your mistress for 6 months that you never asked her to be, well, then just what is it?
In that case, my dear, I offer all kinds of apologies. I yielded for a moment to my desire of relating what happened between us. I was wrong. Do forgive me.
Relating what happened between us. You're going back to that then?
My dear, try to recall the first talk we had.
Our first talk.
One of the first, if you'd rather. It was at Versailles, by the lake. You telephoned me in the morning to ask if I cared to motor out into the country. We left your car at the entrance to the grounds, if you remember.
I remember, yes.
And you said the biggest mistake women make is to select the same man to make love and to talk about it. I thought that was an amusing idea, and I replied that one could hardly be expected to be at the head of one's class in both rhetoric and gymnastics. On which you were gracious enough to add that I must be at the foot of my class in rhetoric. You went on to say that you saw no reason why two people who were physically attracted to one another shouldn't establish an intimacy, it being thoroughly understood that there would be no trespassing on the domain of sentiment. Well, that idea delighted me, and as it was time for tea, I suggested we return to town and have it at my apartment, which you were charming enough to accept. That was how it all happened.
And what has that to do with it?
Well, I always thought that day we settled the exact relation between us.
Ah, as if one meant seriously everything one said at such times.
Well, I meant what I said. I only undertook a relation I could abide by. To have done anything else would have been very unfair.
But you're being that now, my dear. Do you think that falling in love with me is beneath you?
No, it's not a question
Strange
of
as
that.
it may seem to you, there are many men who feel differently about it.
I'm well aware of that, Francoise. You're a very attractive woman, and I know only too well that there are many men who would like to be in my place. All I meant to say was at the time of our meeting, I could make no other promises than those I made. That's all.
Because you're in love with someone else, no doubt. And you still love her. Is that it? Say it. Why don't you say it?
That, Francoise, belongs in the domain of sentiment. I have never trespassed on yours, you must admit. Keep off mine.
Do I know her?
Oh, please.
You won't tell me.
There's nothing to tell.
Oh, doesn't matter anyway. I'll find out. It can't be that difficult. Oh, who is she?
I assure you, you're wasting your time.
Let's see. A woman you were in love with 6 months ago and who does not love you.
How do you know she doesn't love me?
Oh, that's evident. Else why should you have had to turn elsewhere for distraction? That's all I've been to you, isn't it? A distraction?
You're mistaken, Francoise.
You're very kind, but don't bother to protest further. I know who she is.
Ah?
The Barentier girl.
Well, now you have it.
It's not she.
Never say it is.
Great heavens, you're annoying.
Please, Francoise, let's change the subject. Oh, pardon me. Well,
I delivered the letter.
did you see the gentleman?
Yes, monsieur. He didn't write an answer, but he asked me to tell you he was coming here to see you.
Really? When?
Now, monsieur.
You mean right away?
Yes, he asked if you were at home. I said I thought you were. Then he said he was coming.
Very well. When he arrives, show him into the salon.
Very good. Are you expecting someone?
Yes, it's a man I must see about a business matter, a rather important one, concerning my interest in Morocco.
Why, yes.
I wasn't expecting him. Well, not today, at least. Otherwise,
Really, it doesn't matter at all. After all, we had very little left to say to each other, hadn't we?
well, I don't know, Francoise.
You see, Jacques, I've only just realized that for the past 6 months, it's been I who've given a bit too much for the questions and the answers. So now I think there's been enough of it, and the best thing we can do is to put a period at the end of our page.
Don't you think so, too?
Just as you please. What?
I thought you might make some protest merely as a matter of form, but I see that you've bravely made up your mind and don't even regard it as worthwhile to protest. Splendid. Let me congratulate you on your resignation. What are you doing?
I was thinking of you. What you just said. No.
No, you weren't.
Sorry, my dear. I must confess, I was worrying a bit about this coming interview. Forgive me. Can't we see each other again sometime soon? Perhaps tomorrow?
Of course.
Well, I want to explain myself, to make my position clear.
I assure you, my dear, that I've understood you perfectly.
Oh, Francoise.
Pay no attention to me. There, it's over. And now let us say goodbye to each other sweetly like the two good friends that we are. I shall miss you, Jacques. Yes, I will. It's not your fault. You're the sort of man one misses. After all, we have some rather pleasant memories to look back upon, haven't we?
Yes. Delightful memories.
You see, Jacques, when a woman promises to love you, you mustn't believe her. But when a woman promises not to, well then, you mustn't believe her either.
Francoise.
Come, we mustn't weaken now.
At least you'll let me write, won't you?
Oh, do! Write me a letter filled with sweetly melancholy thoughts, and when all things come to an end, and send it by the florist with a few of those carnations that I like. I'll wait until they're quite faded before trying to put you out of my thoughts.
Wait a moment. Is it the gentleman?
Yes, monsieur.
Very well.
Don't forget the carnation.
Won't you come in here, monsieur?
How are you, old boy?
Why,
Of course it is. Didn't you know it was me you were writing to?
I know.
Otherwise you wouldn't have been so formal, I hope. But didn't my name mean anything to you?
Well, yes. But, well, I was led to believe the D'Argine I had to deal with was somewhat older.
Older? Why?
Oh, it really doesn't matter. I remembered you had some cousins. I thought perhaps it might be one of them.
Ah, but what's the reason
Oh,
for all
I'll
the
tell you. Do sit down.
You're looking at me. You find I've changed, eh? I'm sure you'd hardly have recognized me.
Yes, I would have.
Good Lord, it's something like 20 years since we've last seen each other. Not since the days when we wore our trousers out sitting on the same bench at school. 20 years leave their mark, on some people at least. But you, why, you've hardly changed. I'm very glad to see you again, old chap.
Thanks.
It's strange we shouldn't have met. Of course, I haven't been in France much. What have you been doing? Oh, no, don't tell me. Weren't you in Morocco for a time?
Yes.
Oh, who was it told me? Oh, yes, now I remember. It was Sickard. You remember him. Ah, Sickard. I met him one day in Madrid. We were staying at the same hotel. He had just returned from Africa, I think, and had seen you there.
Yes.
And now you're living here all together.
Yes.
Damn funny thing, life. You really didn't know the D'Argine you were writing to for an appointment was I.
No.
Well, the minute I saw your signature, I didn't hesitate. If Jacques Verroux wanted to see me, I certainly couldn't keep him waiting. That's why I came right away.
Was that the only reason you came right away?
Good Lord, since I haven't the least idea what you had to say to me.
The least idea.
Of course not, no. Look here, you arouse my curiosity. Upon my word, you sit there looking like a judge. Come, what's it all about?
Who is it all about? Might be better.
Whom? All right, if you preferred. Well then, whom is it all about?
About Irene de Montcel.
Irene de Montcel?
Sit down, please.
What for? Something which doesn't concern me.
Steady, or I'll be forced to think it's something which concerns you deeply.
What do you mean?
I mean that the suspicion I had before your arrival has become a conviction in the last few moments.
All right, keep your suspicions to yourself and allow me to leave.
I swear you'll listen to me.
Are you crazy?
No!
What are you driving at?
I shan't take long, don't worry. If, contrary to what I believe, what I have to say doesn't apply to you, at least you'll know to whom it should be repeated. When a man occupies in a girl's life the position which the person I'm referring to occupies in Irene's life, when he makes her do or lets her do what she has done in order not to be separated from him, he has no valid excuse, none, do you hear me, for not marrying her. That is to say, if he is free. If he isn't, he must take steps to become so at no matter what cost and at the earliest possible moment. There you have it.
Is that all?
Just about. For I shouldn't like to think that the person in question were a man without honor. If that were the case, then the duty of a friend is clear, to warn demoiselle to protect his daughter. But I hope it won't be necessary to go to that extreme.
Have you quite finished this time?
Yes.
Then unless I'm crazy, I must conclude that you believe me to be Mademoiselle de Moncel's lover, or something of the sort. That's it,
That is the most likely supposition, yes.
Then despite the high-strung condition you seem to be in, look at me and try to see things clearly. I give you my word of honor, you're mistaken. I am not and never have been anything but an acquaintance of hers. Do you hear? Not even a friend. You can believe me or not. That is your affair. And please understand that if I have taken the trouble of responding to you at all, instead of treating you like a lunatic and leaving here without a word, it is solely because of our old friendship.
Then who is it?
How should I know? Has she a lover?
Yes.
Did she tell you so?
She led me to believe it, which amounts to the same thing.
Not necessarily. You may be too hasty in drawing conclusions.
No, it's the only possible explanation. If it weren't true, she'd have said so. She couldn't have doubted for a moment that I believed it.
Well, in any case, I'm sorry. And if you've nothing more to say...
No, you're not going.
I must. I came as soon as I got your note, but I'm leaving Paris in a few days and have a great deal to do.
Don't go, I beg you. You're the only one who can help me find this man, and I must find him.
But since I know
Oh, that's not possible. You must have some idea, some suspicion. Seeing her constantly, knowing the kind of life she leads, whom she feeds.
But you're wrong. I don't see her constantly. Once in a while she goes out with us, but I've much less in common with her than you seem to think.
How can that be? You're almost the only people she ever sees. You can't help knowing something.
I know nothing.
I don't believe you.
See here, that is why
I believed you before. Believed you without proof when you said you were not her lover. You were telling the truth then. Now you're not. You're lying. You're lying so as not to betray the secret of someone who is probably your friend. That's it, isn't it?
I have nothing to say. I know nothing.
Look, just tell me that he's a decent chap and that he'll marry her, and I'll ask nothing more.
I know nothing.
What you don't understand is that this girl must be saved. She can't be allowed to go more deeply every day into an affair that is ruining her. Oh, and if it were only that, she's already begun to suffer. What is going on? Has she felt that he wants to be rid of her? I don't know. All I do know is that she spends all her time locked in her room sobbing. That's what she has come to. Oh, that doesn't worry you, eh? Well, it does me. I'd give my life to you here to see her happy.
You mean to say you love her?
I'm her friend.
Answer me. One doesn't do what you have done out of mere friendship. You love her?
Very well, I love her. I've loved her for 10 years, and I'll never love anyone else. What of it?
Then for Christ's sake, get away from here. Get away! It doesn't matter where, so long as it's far away, and stay away as long as you can. Don't come back until you're cured. That is all I have to say.
You're going to explain to me exactly what you mean, aren't you?
There's nothing to explain. You love this young girl, and from what you tell me, I gather she's in love with someone else. That being the case, the best thing to do is to clear out. Don't you agree with me?
Clear out and leave her in the hands of some rotter, probably. Some rotter who wanted her and made her believe he'd marry her.
Is she really so simple as that?
Woman is always that the first time she's in love.
Oh.
So this is her first experience. I've reasons to know that. If she'd loved anyone before this, I'd probably have been the man. Oh, I adored her for 10 years. Until last year, I lived in the hope that one day she'd be my wife. She would have been if this other man hadn't appeared. Well, I didn't fight against it. There was no use. But since he's been the means of making me unhappy, I at least want him to be the means of making her happy. To do that, I must find him.
You can do nothing for her.
How do you know?
No one can do anything for her.
Look here. You don't suppose I'm going to be satisfied by these vague warnings that can only have one effect, making me more anxious than ever? I'm not asking for advice. I'm demanding a name.
The name of her lover! She has no lover! Now are you satisfied? What? It might be better for her if she had one.
What do you mean?
A woman can free herself from a lover, even if he's the worst scoundrel living. She can get over it. Whereas in her case...
In her case, what? Finish!
It is not always a man who may be dangerous to a woman. In some cases it can be another woman.
Another woman?
Yes.
You mean to say it's on account of a woman that Irene refused to go with her father to Rome?
Yes.
It's because of a woman that she spends all her time crying?
Yes.
What kind of a story is this?
The kind of story that often happens regardless of what men seem to think. The kind of story that most people don't believe, or which makes them smile, half amused and half indulgent.
It's not possible. Irene's much too well balanced.
What has that to do with it?
Are you positive of this?
Yes.
Do you know this woman?
Yes. I know her.
I am dumbfounded.
And a little relieved too, aren't you?
Well, after what I had feared...
You prefer? Oh, you are wrong to prefer it.
You'd rather she had a lover?
In your case, yes, 100, 1,000 times rather.
Are you mad?
It's you who are mad. If she had a lover, I'd say to you, patience, my boy, patience and courage. Your cause isn't lost. You love her and she'll return to you if you know how to wait. But in this case, I say don't wait. She'll never return, and if your paths should ever cross again, fly from her, do you hear? Otherwise, you are lost. Otherwise, you will spend your existence pursuing a phantom which you can never overtake. One can never overtake them. They are shadows. And above all, you must never try to be anything to her, no matter how little. That's where the danger lies. For after all, they have some need of us in their lives. It isn't always easy for a woman to get along. So if a man offers to share with her what he has, to give her his name, naturally she accepts. What difference can it make to her so long as he doesn't exact love? She's not concerned about the rest. Only can you imagine the existence of a man who has the misfortune to love, to adore, a shadow? Tell me, can you imagine what that's like? Take my word for it, old man, it's a rotten life. One gets used up pretty quickly by that game. One gets old in no time. And at 35, look for yourself. One's hair is gray. Me? Yes. And I hope you will profit by my example. Don't make my mistake, Jacques. You can't begin to know what it is. It's mysterious, terrible. Friendship. That's the mask. Under cover of friendship, a woman can enter a household whenever and however she chooses. And when the man finally realizes things, it's too late. He is alone. Alone in the face of a secret alliance of two beings who understand one another because they are alike, because they are of the same sex, because they are of the same planet. Then he, the stranger, the enemy, a man tries to steal your woman, you can defend yourself. You can fight him on equal terms. You can smash his face in. But in this case, there's nothing to be done but get out while you still have the strength to do it, and that is what you have got to do.
Why don't you get out yourself?
Oh, with me it's different. We've been married for 8 years. Where would she go? Besides, it's too late now. I couldn't live without her. What can I do? I love her. You've never seen her. You'd understand better if you knew her. As soon as one is near her, one feels a sort of, how should I say it? A sort of deep charm. Oh, not only I feel it, everyone feels it, but I more than the rest because I live near her. I really believe she is the most harmonious being that has ever breathed. Sometimes I have the strength to hate her for all the harm she has done me. But when I am with her, I don't struggle. I look at her. I listen to her. I worship her. See?
Tell me, why is Irene suffering?
I don't know. You don't suppose I'm confided in, do you? She is suffering probably as the weak always suffer, struggling with a stronger nature until they give in.
You think Irene is weak?
Compared to the other? Oh, yes. She is probably still struggling.
So that's why she's unhappy.
For that reason or some other, she has many to choose from.
You mean...
Why shouldn't she suffer? I suffer, don't I?
Well, that's not the same thing.
You think so, do you? Well, on the contrary, I happen to believe it's very much the same thing. There is only one way to love, you see, and one way to suffer. It's the same formula for everybody. And in that respect, she and I have been in the same boat for quite some time. Only she hasn't gotten used to it yet. And I have.
I don't follow you.
Haven't you heard me mention of a cruise?
A cruise?
Yes, in the Mediterranean, on a yacht, an American yacht.
Is she to be one of the party?
I don't know. That is why I'm asking if she spoke to her.
She never speaks to me of anything.
In her case, I refuse to go.
You would?
I doubt she'll be able to refuse. However, that is her affair. What matters most is you. What are you going to do? Are you going to take my advice and go away?
I don't know. I'll think it over.
Don't take too much time, Jacques, believe me.
It's not as dangerous for me as you think. I almost never see her.
What difference does that make? When she needs you, she knows where to find you. You've seen that for yourself. That is how one can get caught, even after one has been warned. Remember what I am telling you.
Where could I go?
Anywhere so long as it's far away. Have you still got your business interests in Morocco?
Yes.
Then go back there for a while. At that distance, she won't be able to reach you quite so easily.
If you knew her as I do, you'd understand you're needlessly worried. She turned to me in a moment of frenzy. She's much too proud to do so again. Anyhow, if she did, I don't see what I could do for her.
How can you tell? Look here. If you don't want to go away, then find a woman that is attractive to you. A real woman. See if she can make you forget the other.
I've already tried that.
And it didn't work. You see, my fears were not quite so exaggerated as you thought. There is nothing for you to do but go away. And without delay. Now it's up to you. Were you expecting someone?
No, boy.
Ah. Well, I must be going. Goodbye, Jacques.
Thanks.
Oh. If only I could have convinced you.
Mademoiselle de Montcel would like to know if you can see her.
What?
And I said that I would see if you were in.
Very well. Show her into the salon, then close the door that gives into the hall. Is it Mademoiselle Irene?
Yes.
Show Monsieur d'Argine out when he leaves, won't you?
Very good.
This is an unexpected visit.
Tell me, you've no intention, I hope, of repeating a word of what we've said to Mademoiselle de Montcel, have you?
Do you suppose for one moment she'd ever forgive me for knowing?
Right. And now, good luck, old chap. Remember, Jacques, she can never belong to you, no matter how you try. Goodbye.
Come in!
You sure I'm not
Very sure.
You'd tell me if I were, wouldn't you?
I'd tell you.
Then may I stay? It won't bother you?
It won't bother me.
Were you surprised when you heard it was I?
A little, yes.
You wondered what I had come here for, didn't you?
I thought that no doubt there was something you wanted to talk about.
There is.
Well, I'm listening.
Please, not like that. Don't speak to me like a lawyer to his client. Be kind, affectionate. Do change that severe look.
Why do you say I have a severe look?
You always have a severe look nowadays.
You're mistaken.
Be sweet, Jacques, won't you? Like old times, I'm terribly in need of your sympathy.
Really?
Why do you say really like that?
No reason. Go on, continue.
Are you surprised that I ask you to be kind, to be affectionate to me?
I've long since stopped being surprised by you, my dear.
Don't be cruel. I've given you the right to be. I don't forget that. They're just the same. I hope you won't. Do you mind? Not today, anyway.
What's the matter?
Since I asked you, since you agreed to play this part to my father, have you no longer as much affection for me?
I have as much affection for you. Only it is not the same affection. I used to admire you. Now I pity you.
And you despise me?
I pity you.
You're right, I am to be pitied. But I can still count on you as a friend, can't I?
Of course.
I need to believe that, to feel sure of it. You don't know, Jacques, how much you mean to me.
As much as that.
Please, no sarcasm. You say you pity me, then prove it.
How?
By showing me a little tenderness. By being a little lenient, that's all.
Aren't you happy? Yes.
There are times I wish it were dead.
Well, that is a way out.
You don't believe me?
I hope you're exaggerating. One had to kill oneself every time one was
Oh, I'm
unhappy.
not thinking of killing myself. It takes courage to die like that, and I haven't any courage left. I have nothing left.
Yet you got what you wanted. You had to remain in Paris at any cost. Well, here you are. Speaking of that, I meant to tell you I must write to your father.
Father?
Yes, it was understood I was to let him know as soon as possible what my intentions were, and I promised to do it. He's been gone nearly a month, and I haven't written. It was time I did.
Must you?
I'll write that the business troubles that were worrying me at the time of his departure are now in such bad shape I'm in no position to make plans for the future. Does that seem all right to you?
Just as you wish.
I'll add that I'm going to Morocco to attend directly to my interests there.
But it's not true, is it? You're not going away.
Yes, probably.
Why? Is it really because of business matters?
No.
Why must you go?
I need a change. This climate doesn't agree with me. I should have gone a long time ago. A year ago when you got back from Italy. Perhaps I'd be better by now.
Because of me you're going?
Don't you think it's about time I considered my own peace of mind a little? After all, I can't go through life loving you and beginning to suffer all over again every time I see you.
Then you still love me, Jacques, is it true?
Does that surprise you?
Well, after what you must have believed of me lately, I was certain that it was over, that you didn't love me anymore. I felt it, but I hoped it wasn't true.
You hoped it wasn't true.
Yes.
You hoped that I still loved you.
Yes.
You're Ed, I can't understand you.
Don't go away, Jacques.
Oh, yes. You're afraid that when your father receives my letter and learns I'm no longer here, he'll send for you, eh? Well, you can manage without me from now on. So you can do what you like and how you like, but I will write to your father tonight.
Write all you want, I don't care.
Here, Ed, what is this game you're playing now?
Do forgive me. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Jacques, I'm so miserable.
Ren, what is the matter?
Don't leave me. I'm so alone, so wretched. Only you can save me, Jacques.
What do you want me to do?
Protect me. Shield me.
Shield you?
Yes.
Ren, I confess I'm doing my best to
I
understand
know I
you.
must sound crazy. Well, I am crazy. You've got to treat me like a crazy person, like a sick person, and take care of me, that's all. If you don't come to my rescue right away, it will be too late.
Are you in danger of something?
Yes.
An imminent danger.
Yes.
Can you tell me what it is?
A cruise. My going away and I mustn't go. I don't want to go. If I do, it's all over. I'd be lost.
It's forcing you to go.
I am afraid of myself.
Well, then take a train with Giselle to Rome to join your father.
I thought of that, but at the last moment I wouldn't go. I wouldn't have the strength.
Yes, you would. I'll help you.
Or else I'd come back.
No!
You see, there are times when I can see clearly, Jacques, such as now. When I'm sane and free to use my own mind, but there are other times when I can't. When I don't know what I'm doing. It's like a prison to which I must return captive despite myself. I'm
fascinated.
Yes. And I need someone to watch me, someone to hold me back, someone who has understood or guessed certain things that I can't talk about, that I can never tell.
Is that what you expect of me? How can I restrain you from doing what you want to do? Have I the least influence over you? When have you ever listened to my advice? Please remember that it was only a month ago you rejected it.
It's no longer the same.
What is no longer the same?
Many things. I will listen to you now. I want to listen to you now.
You won't be able to. You won't be allowed to. What weapons have I to fight with? What can I add to what you yourself have already said? You acknowledge that this cruise would be your ruin. What can I add to that? Do you think for one moment that advice from me would hold you back during one of those hours of insensibility you speak of? Do you see? And surely you don't expect me to hold you here by force, do you? What can I do for you?
Everything. You can save me.
How?
You're the only one who can save me.
Why?
Because you love me.
It's just for that reason I'd be useless to you. Irene, as soon as I saw you miserable, there'd be nothing for me to do. You can't take as your trained nurse a man who loves you.
Not as a trained nurse.
Well, what then?
Jacques, would you like me to give myself to you?
Irene.
Would you?
Don't.
Jacques?
That's what you've come to offer me.
Yes.
Oh, my poor Irene.
You don't want me?
Oh, but I love you. Don't you understand what that means?
Of course.
You offer me your body. Your body is a pledge. You want to soil yourself with me so you can tell this woman.
Jacques.
Yes, I know. I guessed it. What of it? You want to tell her you've given yourself to a man so that she'll leave you alone, but as for me, Irene, as for me, it's not your body I want, it's you. All of you. Can you give me that? Tell me. Can you give that to someone you don't love? After all, you don't love me, do you? You don't love me.
I want so much to love you.
Child.
You think I don't know it would mean my happiness. I know only too well that the place I really belong is here against your shoulder. Why won't you let me stay
Irene,
here?
what you're asking is too terrible.
Why, perhaps I would learn to love you.
Afterwards, you mean? No, my dear.
Once you told me that I would.
That was when I thought only your pride stood between us. I didn't know then all that separates us.
When you will have cured me.
You really believe I could?
Yes, you are very kind, very indulgent if you have a little patience.
See, I love you too much for that.
Then you refuse me, Jacques, is that it? What is to become of me?
What is to become of me? Haven't I been hurt enough as it is?
That's over now. I won't hurt you anymore. How could I hurt you when it will be you who saves me?
It means nothing. You wouldn't do it on purpose, naturally.
Look at me, look in my eyes. I will give you everything a man can expect from the woman he loves.
Don't. I've dreamed of that for too long.
Take me in your arms. I am yours.
You don't
All of me.
know what you're promising.
Yes, I do.
It's not too late. You can still go.
I am not afraid.
Wish it? Are you sure you do?
Yes.
Ren, is it true? See?
Don't forgive me.
deliver up this letter?
A maid, monsieur. She's ready for an answer.
What time did Madame order the car?
3 o'clock, monsieur.
There.
You still haven't told me which one of these samples you preferred. This one, this, or that.
It's for your own room. You'd better choose it yourself.
But I want you to like it.
I'll like whichever one you choose.
Well, at least you might tell me which one you prefer.
I approve your choice in advance.
Oh, how annoying you.
Are you going out?
Yes, I must put the decorators into the painters. And then at 3:30 I have an appointment at Praxine's studio to have another look at that little landscape I saw the other day. Would you want to come?
I can't.
Oh, well, you'll have to see it sometime.
What for?
I'm certainly not going to buy pictures expensive as that without you first having seen it.
You don't need my advice. I don't know the first thing about painting. If you like the picture, buy it. That's all.
Can't you really come? I'll pass by here with the car and pick you up. It won't take more than 20 minutes altogether.
I can't, I tell you. I'm waiting for someone.
Hmm.
Just a caller.
At what time?
At 3:30.
Will it take long?
That I don't know. Hello? Yes? Who's calling, please? Just a moment. Praxine would like to speak to you.
No, I haven't forgotten. At 3:30. Yes. What? Oh, no. He's so sorry, but he has an appointment and won't be able to come. I'll be there. Mm-hmm. He asked me to be on time because he has to leave. Well, then,
Well, then what?
may I still that picture if I really like it as much as I did?
Of course.
Oh, you're a darling, but you know, I really think it's a good buy. Praxine if it was less than 25,000 francs for even the smallest canvases. And he's practically giving me this one for 15,000 just because it's I.
That's splendid.
Oh, I do so hope you like it. But I must warn you.
Of course I won't. What time will you be back?
Oh, not late. Oh, I have to stop and send some books to Giselle. She writes me she has nothing to read. That's all. I should be back here for tea.
If by chance the person I'm expecting should still be here when you return, would you mind not coming in?
No, not at all.
I'd rather you didn't meet.
Oh, why not?
Oh, I don't think either you or she would enjoy it much.
Oh. Can you tell me who it is?
Does it interest you?
Oh, really? After what you just told me?
It's a very charming woman towards whom I behaved very shabbily.
Madame Léon?
Exactly.
No, not funny.
Isn't it?
She's coming to see you.
I wrote asking her to call. Whether or not she'll come, I don't know.
Where is she coming?
Here.
Oh. What are the letters she mentions?
The letter she wrote me, that she wrote me last year.
Oh, hadn't you given them back to her?
Well, no, we left Paris in such a hurry a year ago. I didn't have time. And since our return, I haven't given it a thought.
Hey.
You really don't mind my receiving her here?
No, not at all.
That's what I thought.
Why should I mind?
Well, for no reason,
I
that's
have
true.
perfect confidence in you.
Of course.
I suppose you wanted to give her the letters yourself, and you're quite right.
Naturally.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
You seem annoyed that I should be taking this so amiably.
On the contrary, I'm delighted.
Would you rather have me jealous?
I repeat that I'm delighted.
I have have no reason for being jealous, have I?
No, absolutely none.
Well then,
Jealousy in your case would certainly be uncalled for.
meaning what?
Meaning that just as jealousy is the most natural thing when one's in love, it becomes meaningless when one isn't, that's all.
So I don't love you?
Of course you don't love me.
Absurd!
What is absurd?
Don't say that!
Not at all. Why is it?
Come now, what are you reproaching me about?
I'm not reproaching you about
Have you
anything.
any fault fine with me?
No, run along and do your errands, please.
No, let's clear this up. I much prefer that.
What for? It's so useless.
If I've disappointed you in any way, tell me.
In no way.
Don't I do all I can to make you happy?
All that you can.
If I had any other thought than your happiness since I've been your wife, or if my life had any other purpose, don't I always ask myself before doing anything whether you'll be pleased or whether you'll approve?
Even in choosing your bedroom curtains, quite right.
Don't make fun of me, please.
I'm not making fun of you. You're an attentive, devoted, and faithful wife. What more can I ask for? If all that doesn't make me happy, I must be very hard to please.
I don't understand you.
I know
yourself.
it. That's why all this talk can accomplish nothing.
Then you're not happy.
In any case, it's not your fault. I repeat, I've no reproaches to make.
Well, what can I do?
Nothing. There's nothing to be done.
Yet you have my every thought. You know that, don't you?
No. I don't know that at all.
Don't?
No. How could you expect me to know what your thoughts are? They're yours. They're no business of mine.
But I hide nothing from you, nothing that might disturb you. I swear
As
it.
to that.
You don't believe me? Well, then question me. I'd much rather have that.
No questions. Let's leave in the dark what was meant to be in the dark.
No, since we've come to this, I want you to question me. Perhaps you'll see how unjust you are when you know everything.
Then there are things to know.
Only things that could reassure you.
Tell me. I'm listening. Have you seen her again?
No.
Has she telephoned you?
No.
Written?
Yes.
When?
Shortly after our return to Paris twice.
Where are the letters?
I sent them back unopened.
Unopened.
Word of honor.
How did you send them back?
By the person who brought them.
How does it happen I didn't know about it?
You weren't in. You had gone out.
Both times?
Yes.
They probably waited for me to leave before bringing them.
Perhaps. I
So
don't know.
You've no idea what she wanted of you.
To see me again, no doubt.
What makes you think that?
I'm just supposing it.
Is that all?
No.
What else?
A few days after the second letter came, her maid spoke to me in the street.
Oh, perfect.
It wasn't she who had sent her.
Oh, really?
No, she was very ill.
Well.
She'd been ill quite a while, and she'd just had a relapse. All that night she'd been delirious. It seems that she had asked for me several times. So the maid thought it best to come and tell me about it.
And then? What did you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I asked the maid to bring me news of her the next day. The next day the news was better. I told her not to come back.
Is that all?
Yes.
Why haven't you told me this before?
I didn't want to worry you unnecessarily. You're so sensitive, and you'd have been agitated despite anything I could tell you. I decided to wait a few days and then tell you.
Why a few days?
She's leaving for Switzerland for several months to rest. I wanted to wait until she had gone.
Who told you she was going? The maid?
Yes. Aren't you a little reassured now?
I wasn't worried.
You know you can have confidence in me.
I've always had confidence in you, Irene. I never doubted when the time came you would act as you did. You swore to me when we were married never to see that woman again. I was certain you never would see her again.
And what's on your mind? Why aren't you happy?
And you? Are you happy?
Hi, of course I'm happy.
Oh, come now.
But really, haven't I everything to make me happy? We get along so well, we have everything we need. Your kindness and generosity itself to me. What more could I wish
Why
for?
do you persist in making me think that nothing is lacking in your life?
Because it's true.
No, it's not true. You're not yet 30 and I'm not 35. Happiness at our age doesn't consist of leading a comfortable existence. A string of pearls, a couple of cars. It's too soon for that. It's love that's lacking, Irene. You long to love just as I long to be
What
loved.
do you want me to say? You've convinced yourself that That I don't love you.
If you only knew how hard it's been to convince myself of it. The stupidly hopeful stages I went through. Oh, I've clung desperately to every substitute for love. From tenderness and friendship to the most pathetic of all, compliance. Oh, on a word or a gesture that I could interpret in terms of my desire, I'd regain confidence. Those illusions are gone. I know now I can mean nothing to you. Now, I'm as incapable of making you happy as of making you unhappy. Oh, God, if I could only make you so.
You can.
How?
By continuing to say these silly things.
You know as well as I do that they're not silly. Why shut your eyes to it? Do you know why I made an appointment with Madame Léon?
Why, Jacques?
It was to see the effect it might have on you. Whether you would object or seem annoyed. It made you laugh. That was the result I got.
Did you want me to weep?
I wanted to see just how far your indifference went.
It's my fault if I believe in your love for me, if I don't fear you're being unfaithful.
If you loved me, you would fear it. But the truth is, it wouldn't matter to you in the least.
That's not so.
It isn't.
It would hurt me a great deal.
Hurt you?
Yes.
Tell me how it would hurt you.
How can I tell you that? I don't know.
Try to imagine.
I'd be very disappointed, very saddened. I feel that afterwards I would not like to be taken in your arms as I did before.
As you did before. You really liked so much to be in my arms. So you think me blind?
Have I ever refused you?
You've had a great deal of courage.
I thought I had made you happy. That was all I wanted.
One can't give happiness as easily as that.
I'm sorry.
No, love is something completely different.
Everything I could give, I've given. If that doesn't suffice,
No.
then look somewhere else, that's all.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Oh, what a deliverance for you that is.
Jacques, that'll do! Anyway, it's getting late. I must be going.
Irene,
What?
come here.
What do you want?
Forgive me. Didn't mean to hurt you. I have. Please forgive me.
Why are you so unjust?
You see, I just can't get used to it.
Used to what? My not loving you, but I do. You're everything that pleases me, everything that I respect in the world.
Yes, I suppose so.
How do you think as many wives can say as much of their husbands?
I wasn't asking for as much either.
Do I love anyone else but you? I don't, do I? Well, then, if you had been told a year ago that you held the first and only place in my life, wouldn't you have been happy?
Of course.
And do you think my feeling for you hasn't grown since I asked you to keep me here? And at Monticello 3 weeks later, little mayor's speech in chapel where it was so cold. Do you regret what happened that day?
Do you? Well, that's something anyway.
Will you kiss me?
You want me to?
Oh, it's 4:45. Oh, can it be that time?
Yes.
Oh, I had no idea. No, oh, no, I'm going to go to the decorators. Oh, hurry, dearest.
What?
Well, aren't you going to kiss me?
No, you're late already.
Oh, don't be silly, just because I said.
No, go. Run along.
Great heavens, you're touchy.
Please go.
Well, I'll see you later, then.
Yes.
I hope you won't make love to that woman.
Well, thank you for thinking of it.
You promise me you won't?
I promise.
Madame Léon.
Show her in. How are you, Francoise? It was good of you to come.
Oh, I only came to get my letters. Don't imagine it was for any other reason.
I'm imagining nothing at all. Still, I may thank you for having come, mayn't I?
Why didn't you give the letters to the maid, as I asked in my note? It would have been much simpler.
I preferred their passing directly from my hands into yours. It seemed to me the safest way. Oh, why not admit it? I wanted to see you again.
Really? And you didn't ask yourself if I wanted to see you?
Well, I ventured to think that if it were too unpleasant, you wouldn't have come.
I wanted my letters. I just told you that. You don't seem to realize that I've been waiting for them a year.
Well, they were here, and I was circling the globe, unless I were to return, especially from Japan.
You could have
to get
sent them to me before you left.
I didn't have time.
You left very hurriedly.
Very. But you weren't anxious about your letters, were you? You knew they were in safekeeping.
And suppose your wife had taken a fancy to search your desk.
Oh, that's not likely.
And your wife isn't jealous?
Oh, not in the least.
You're lucky. She's not, in, I hope.
She's just gone out.
Is this she?
Yes.
My compliments.
Thanks.
Why didn't you tell me the truth the last time I came here?
The truth.
Yes, that you were going to be married. I should have preferred that, you know. Would have been much nicer. Besides, at least it would have been a reason.
I didn't tell you because I didn't know it myself.
You didn't know.
No.
And 3 weeks later, the papers announced that you were married.
Yes.
You didn't lose much time then, did you?
Well, once a thing like that is
She's
decided
a
upon.
childhood friend, isn't she?
She's a cousin.
Oh. First cousin?
No.
Just the same, and you've loved each other always, of course.
Well...
Oh, you can tell me now. I really don't know why I'm asking you. It matters to me so little.
Then...
Give me my letters, won't you?
Are you really so anxious to get them?
Yes.
Why?
Because
I'm not asking you for mine.
I burned them long ago.
Really?
Besides, for all the letters you ever sent, and for all they ever said,
Still, it wasn't very nice to burn them.
why should I have kept them?
But you reread them now and then.
I had other things to do.
Ah,
Jacques, my letters.
not yet. Wait a bit. There's so many other things to say to each other first.
We have absolutely nothing to say to each other. Besides, your wife may be in it any minute, and I'm no more anxious to meet her than she is to meet me.
She won't be home for at least an hour, and even then she won't come in this room.
How do you know?
I told her I was expecting you.
You told her that?
Yes,
And she was willing?
of course.
Well, you have trained her properly.
Now do sit down and tell me everything.
I've nothing to tell you.
Oh, come now.
What do you want to know?
With whom were you in love?
That, my dear Jacques.
Oh, what do you care? I swear I won't tell a soul. Is it Moret?
Perhaps.
Seriously, Moret? But he's such an awful-looking fellow. Oh, no, you didn't protest. It's not Moret. Who is it, then?
Heavens, you're annoying.
Ah, you're laughing. That's nice.
I'm laughing because you disarm me. But believe me, I've no desire
Oh,
to.
you should laugh. It's very becoming to you. You're lovely when you laugh.
I don't care to be lovely.
Oh, what a fib.
Do you think I care a thing about attracting you now?
Oh, I'm not saying you care especially about it, but you just as soon I thought you pretty. I do find you pretty. Very pretty. Even prettier than I remembered. Were you this pretty before?
Give me my letters and let me go.
I'll give them to you, if you'll tell me with whom you're in love.
I'm in love with no one.
No one.
No.
Is it true?
I tell you, why not?
Francoise,
What?
since you're in love with no one, won't you try to love me a little bit?
You. Ah. No, I should say nothing.
Why?
No, thank you. That's over, fortunately.
Too bad.
Do you think so?
Yes, it's too bad. Because if you could have loved me, just a little tiny bit, I could have loved you so much.
You love. You don't even know what the word means.
You believe that?
I know it. For you, love is an amusing pastime. Oh, it's not your fault. You were born fickle.
I was born faithful, Francoise.
Faithful? To whom?
To you, if you wish it.
And your wife? What about her? Are you already dissatisfied with her? 1 year ago. No, not even that. 11 months. 11 months ago you married her, and already you're looking for an adventure. But then I knew how it would turn out.
Oh, really?
When I read your note a while ago, I didn't have a moment's doubt from the way in which you asked me to come. I understood immediately what you wanted.
And you came, just the same.
Because of my
Oh,
letter.
true enough. Pardon me.
But I knew perfectly well that you were thinking much less about returning them to me than in seeing if I still loved you. I know you, Jacques.
Not so well.
Come now. It's so natural. After that long trip, you came back to Paris and began getting bored. For a man like you, a married life is terribly monotonous, isn't it? A distraction's almost imperative. Only, my dear Jacques, you're wrong in thinking me still available. Your Francoise no longer loves you, and that is that.
Well, never mind.
That surprises you, doesn't it?
What?
That one should not be able to love you?
No, I assure you, my dear, it doesn't surprise me in the least. It's the way things have been going.
Well, then?
And then nothing. I'm going to give you your letters. They're all there.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Why do you look so sad all of a sudden?
Do I?
You're not going to tell me that I've hurt you.
No.
Then what's troubling you?
Nothing, my dear. I'm unhappy because we're going to say goodbye and never see each other again, that's all.
What do you care?
I shall miss you.
Have you missed me much during the past year?
Perhaps.
What a story you'd have told me.
How?
You could have written. I hadn't forbidden you to.
That's true.
Not a line, not even a postcard. And still you expect me to love you. You have to admit it would be too stupid of me.
It's never stupid to love.
It is to love you.
That's funny.
What's funny?
How little you know me, Francoise. Really?
Whose fault is that, then?
It's mine, I realize that.
If you were capable of love, why did you never show it to me? Why did you always belittle the love I had for you? The day may come, Jacques, when you'll be very sorry for that.
I assure you, my dear, I'm very sorry for it already.
Not yet, you're still too young. but
You've
when-
no idea how sorry I am.
Truly,
Yes.
you are, without doubt, the most bewildering man I ever met. Things happen with you when one least expects them. And when it's too late.
Are you sure
Of what?
that it's too late?
Of course.
Francoise.
Don't.
Are you sure that way down in you, there isn't a little flicker that might be revived by my being very careful? Tell me.
I don't want to.
Too bad.
Where are my letters?
Right here.
Give them to me.
Will you do one last thing for me?
What?
Well, since we're going to say goodbye and never see each other again, will you let me kiss you?
You're silly.
I'd like to see your eyes again.
My eyes.
Yes. Oh, not your everyday eyes, but the old-time eyes. The eyes I used to know. I'd like very much to see those eyes again, just to see them.
No.
I won't try to hold you here. Afterwards, you can go. Grant me that one little happiness.
I don't want to.
Please, please,
No, let me go.
Oh, Francoise!
No. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't.
Beautiful.
What is?
A woman.
Are you happy now? You've had what you wanted, huh? I was almost over you. I was almost consoled, and I had to come back here to be tortured all over again. I didn't know what I was going to do, and I knew what would happen. I knew it.
Francoise.
No. You wanted to see if you still had your power over me. Well, now that you've seen that you have, that should satisfy you.
You really believe that satisfies me?
You don't want to hurt me all over again, do you?
No, Francoise.
Then give me my letters and let me go.
Francoise.
Oh, it's going to happen all over again.
What is?
Everything as it was before.
Oh, no, not as it was before.
It'll be just the same, I know.
You'll see.
Jacques, it's terrifying. I already loved you, and you're quite detestable. What will it be like if you stop being a darling?
You love me more, that's all.
My dear, I am happy. What is that?
Probably my wife returning.
Oh, I knew it!
No, she won't come in this room.
You knew that.
See? Are you reassured now? You can go without meeting a soul.
Oh, but you're coming.
Of course I'm coming.
Till you do then, my love.
Till I do, my love.
Madame asked me to let her know as soon as you were alone.
Well, go and tell Madame. Now, bring me my hat and my overcoat.
Yes,
Back so soon?
Yes.
What about the painting?
What painting?
Fraxine's painting, the one you wanted to buy.
Oh,
Didn't you bring it back with you?
no. Jacques, I'd like to speak with you, may I?
Oh, of course, my dear.
Are you going somewhere?
Yes, but I've a moment to spare. Put them here. What was it you wanted to tell me?
I'll wait until you come back.
No, go on. What is it?
Jacques, I'd like to go away to leave Paris.
Leave Paris?
Yes,
But what for?
I'm just asking you to.
But where do you want to go?
We might go for a while to Montesal. Father, be only too pleased. He suggested it several times. All we need to do is wire a caretaker to meet, and he'd meet us at Le Mans with a car.
But why do you want to leave Paris? We've hardly been back a month.
I know.
Why this whim?
It's not a whim.
Well, explain yourself then.
I hope that you'd understand.
I understand.
Yes.
Well, I don't understand.
I mustn't remain here.
But why?
I've seen her again.
Where?
Fraxine. She knew I was to be there. She was waiting for me.
How did she know?
She knows everything.
And she knows Fraxine.
She met him once in Vienna.
Did you know that?
No, of course not.
So you spoke to her?
She spoke to me.
In front of Fraxine?
No.
She wanted to see you again, I suppose.
Yes,
And what did you answer?
but he didn't want to.
And then?
She said that she would wait
Until when?
until I came.
Isn't she going to Switzerland? Or is she cured?
She says she doesn't care if she dies.
Oh, she won't die. That's the old story.
She never lies.
Can't her husband take her away?
They're not together anymore. She has left him.
Really?
Is it true that he came to see you a year ago?
Yes. How did she know that?
She didn't tell me. It was after that she left him.
Well, so much the better for him. Is there no one with her who can take her away?
No, she is alone. All alone.
She is clever. Yes? Mustn't she be clever to have upset you like this at your first encounter?
How do you know that she wasn't more upset than I?
Of course, that was part of her plan. What surprises me is that seeing you in this condition, she should have let you go, that she didn't attempt to hold
Do
you.
you think that she didn't try?
Well then,
To get away, I had to promise promised that I'd go to see her later.
Do you intend on seeing her?
No, very well, I don't.
Have you the courage not to?
Yes.
It will be hard, won't it?
Yes.
How long will you be able to resist?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking to go away.
Then go. Who's preventing you? You don't need me for that, do you?
You won't come?
No.
Why not?
You want to know why? Look at yourself. You're breathless. Your eyes are dazed. Your hands are trembling. Because you've seen her again, that's why. For the past year, I've lived with a statue. And that woman had only to reappear for the statue to come to life, to become a human being capable of suffering and trembling. I give up, Irene. Do you understand? I've loved you more than anything. You know that. I proved it to you. As long as I thought that you might love me the way that a man and woman can love each other, as I loved you with body and soul, I accepted the role of your guardian, but no longer. No. I resigned to a useless and ungrateful task. Protect yourself. If you can. It doesn't interest me any longer. I'm tired of pursuing a family. Dogine was right when he said, let her alone, get out of her way. She isn't for you. He was right. Fortunately, there are women that are for us.
You got me off, Winston.
Yes.
And I tried so hard.
I didn't ask you to. It was you who came to me.
You should have turned me away.
You shouldn't have said you could love
How
me.
did I know? I tried my best to love you. You always speak of what you have done, but what about me? What about my feelings? Did you ever know anything about them? Did you ever give them a thought? You loved me, it's true, but in your way.
Were you expecting platonic love from me?
Expected a little more tenderness. Is there no spirit in love? Must it be only the body?
Oh, yes, you loathed that, didn't you? Go on, say it. Be frank about it, at least. Say it. What for? I've known it for a long time. Oh, you wouldn't have thought so. Is that what you mean? You are rid of it now. I'll never impose my desires again. No more of that drudgery. It's over. Aren't you going to thank me?
Have you nothing else to say to me, Jacques?
No. Really. I haven't. I think we've said all there is to say. Everything's quite clear now. You can do what you like from now on. I don't care anymore.
Flowers went off. They just come
Who brought them?
The florist.
Was there a letter from them?
No, nothing at all.
Oh, Georgette, thank you.
Calamari very much.